Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And it almost feels like we were destined to get to this point. The top two seeds of the college football playoff have survived. They've been on a collision course all season long. They've come through the challenges and the distractions, and now they'll fight for that beautiful trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. First down here for this offense. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Looking for some space. It's Cross. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Big throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, I've always said I think this quarterback all year long has been able to be as consistent as any quarterback in the country. And when you get the third down, you've got to trust that he's going to make the right decision and throw an accurate ball to give you a chance at a first down. There's another example of it right there.
Going for a big play downfield. It's caught. They will rule that a catch, a huge gain through the air.
In all of our prep work coming into this national championship, I really wondered how this secondary would hold up against this quarterback and this group of receivers. They better be ready to make some adjustments because right now, this quarterback is having his way with him.
Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. He's brought down there.
Nice job by this defense on that second down, so we now have third down and goal. The offense could be thinking about four-down situation. They need to put the ball into the end zone. They don't want to settle for a field goal here.
The offense facing a third and goal from a long way away. And the wideout goes in motion. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Bringing pressure. And the defense just makes the stop short of the goal line, brought down at the 1. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. They go with a direct snap. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
Point after, up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fields it just outside the goal line. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. The guys up front lined up. It's first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Oh, what a cut, and still going. Heads out of bounds after a solid game, more than enough to pick up a first down. And the Ducks come up to the line in the hurry-up.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
It's a huge gain across midfield. Ball will be spotted about the 31. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's got room looking for the end zone. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, I'm kind of like this defense. I knew this quarterback could run the football. I didn't know he could take it that far down the field and let alone a score.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Running play called on 3rd and short. The Canes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Yeah, I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's 3rd down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
Here's the throw deep downfield. That one's broken up, incomplete, and time has expired in the first quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
On the return, it's West. But he's got some space here. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Oregon. He will score. While a punt return to take the lead in a national championship game. That's a moment we'll never forget.
It's a national championship stage, the biggest stage this sport has to offer, and every once in a while you get an opportunity to make a difference in a football game. They now have the lead, and I think we could look back at this play as a defining moment and maybe a turning point.
PAT puts them in front by 7. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. They'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense.
The pass is intercepted. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks.
Just a tough spot to be as a quarterback. He feels the pressure. He wants to get rid of the ball. But you can see what can happen when the pressure gets to that quarterback right in his face. The ball is up in the air. The defense is able to come down with it, not only for an interception, but they get a touchdown themselves.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Miami offense is back on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Finds room at the 30. They've got him, but not before he makes a 1st down at the 41.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Here's the 2nd down play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
What makes a really good counterplay is selling it to the defense. So you're going to go one way and then handing it off in the opposite direction. But if you don't sell it, you're just giving the defense more time to see what's going on. They can come up and make the tackle, just like you saw there.
And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long. And the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
And the returner will be brought down. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. He hands it off from the gun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The Ducks hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Tough situation with the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. We'll see if the defense brings some heat here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
They'll kick it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Fires it on the move. That's complete downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. And just, oh my gosh, just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. And you could say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
Off the RPO, caught to the right. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
The Hurricanes will line up here on 1st down and goal. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. And the pass is complete to the tight end. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. It's snapped to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown for the U.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the extra point was up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, this offense better get it together. First sack of the game, and it's by a defensive back to try to set the tone.
This big guy's up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. There's contact on the throw. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense in hurry-up mode. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. He's going to take off. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. No huddle here for the offense. Takes the ball and heads to the left. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. But they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. They tackle him at the 8. Good coverage there. Bad decision to bring it out. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's play action. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. Just 10 seconds remaining now.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Well, Chris, the offense takes the shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Just time enough for one more play in the half. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Canes will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior. And the Ducks will crank up the tempo. It's a run. Running back's got it. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You've got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
Second down play coming up. Here comes a handoff. Runner with an impressive spin move there. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down. The Ducks pick up enough yards to get a fresh set of downs. First down, looking to throw the ball. Running back has it on a screen now. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
They'll run it here. In the clear at the 25. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle. The Ducks line up with a first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. And he'll be brought down.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. They finally corral him at the 1. The Ducks looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. It's their first timeout. Defense is hanging tough here. Now it's third and goal from the 1. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Ducks. This offense is still clicking.
But when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. 14. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Miami offense is back on the field. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
The pass rush closing in. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, nice throw and a great catch here by this Miami Hurricane wide receiver. For our younger audience out there who might be watching this game, I got to tell you, you may not remember this, but Miami set the tone for wide receiver play for decades, and they're working their way to get back to that now.
Big gain moves the ball across midfield to the 45.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And he's finally forced out of bounds inside the 10. Big play to set up a 1st and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And the freshman brings him down quickly. All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Trying to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Looking for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Now they get set to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Defense is coming after him. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. And the Ducks will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. He'll drop back here on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long. But when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things. And it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. That was an enormous touchdown. They're still behind, but it's a one-possession game, national championship on the line.
Yeah, the offense did their job to make this thing interesting. Now their opponent. What will their opponent do? Are they going to try to kill clock? Are they going to just try to run the football? Are they going to get aggressive and throw and try to score themselves? Still, a lot can happen here in these closing minutes.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. Picks up some blocks. Can they catch him? They can't catch him. Touchdown. Wow, kick return for a touchdown in the national championship game. This place has come unhinged.
You know, we get so caught up in offense and defense, sometimes people like to overlook the importance of special teams. Here's a great reminder. Big-time blocks up front, and the speed of the return man, he takes it all the way to the end zone.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that pass is hauled in over the middle.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw it again. Pressure is coming. Got him for a sack. A big play made by one of the senior leaders of this defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Looking for a deep completion. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
I love to see this team fighting the way they are. Picking up a first down on that third down shows you they still believe. They still think they got a shot to come back and compete in this game.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be first and goal right there.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once that back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
And he drops back in the gun. Looking to scramble. And he just throws it away. Coming up, second down and goal. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing third down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's complete. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Well, they're going to come up short of the end zone, and now they've got an interesting dilemma on their hands. Down by a couple possessions, do they go for a field goal and hope to get the ball back with a chance potentially to win the game? Or this close, do they pull the trigger and take a chance to get the 6 points now?
Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And he's swarmed by the pass rush, a sack to end this drive.
Instead of getting points here and going for the field goal, this offense decides to get aggressive, and the offensive line gives up the sack. It looked like they miscommunicated. The defense, to their credit, is able to get after the quarterback, and they come up with not only a stop, but now they get the ball back themselves.
And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. And the offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Get some space around the 30. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
So quickly up to the 35-yard line for first down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Ducks lining up here on 1st and 10. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackle made after a big gain.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
And there's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Ball handed off. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
And they convert here on 3rd down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Takes him about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down. The Ducks will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! You talk about an unforgettable moment for that guy. A kick return for a touchdown in the championship game.
Chris, I didn't know if he had the speed to be able to take it all the way back to the end zone. Initially had some good blocks to spring him free, and then was just outrunning some angles that some of the kickoff coverage team had. Nice play.
Point after, not quite through. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. And that knee should do it. We have our national champions. Well, the coaches kind of expected it to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
Well, that's it. Dramatic punctuation to another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Oregon Ducks.